Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest stop on the road to WrestleMania comes from our neighbors up north. Yes, I am talking about that special PLE that's surrounded by steel, cage, pods, and is drenched in hatred, nostalgia, and all for the shot at ultimate glory. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Elimination Chamber predictions. Before we get into it quick, go ahead and like, subscribe. It means the world to me, yada, yada, yada. Let's start. Starting off with Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax, Candice LeRae. Gotta be honest, this match feels like just an excuse to get Tiffany on the show, and more importantly, get Trish Stratus like in a role more than just coming out saying hi to the crowd and taking a paycheck. I expect it to be a decent match. I don't know how much time they're gonna get because of stuff that's going on later on the show. Yeah, I expect it to be a decent match. I think people underrate how good Trish can actually go in the ring, especially her latest run, which was what, 2 years ago, I think, something like that. Expect a decent tag match, and Trish is not losing in her hometown, so Tiffany and Trish are going to win. But I think the more important thing to come out of this is that Charlotte Flair, who won the Royal Rumble and is facing Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, Charlotte's going to make an appearance, whether it's like during the match or afterwards. So expect that to happen, and decent match, not really important. Now let's move on to a reason why I think this tag match does not get a lot of time, and that is The Rock waiting on Cody's decision. And that decision being, should Cody become The Rock's champion? Recently on SmackDown, The Rock cut a weird-ass promo about wanting Cody to be his champion and all that kind of stuff, and not like, doesn't want the title, he wants Cody's soul, and he's at Elimination Chamber to get Cody's answer. I kind of see what they're cooking with. As far as I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I thought it was still weird as all hell, but I didn't hate it. Obviously, Cody's saying no. That's just, you know, if you're going to do a Cody like corporate turn, kind of like The Rock was 20 some years ago with Vince. If you're going to do that, you just don't randomly announce it at an Elimination Chamber. You make it a moment. So of course Cody's saying I can't do it. From here, I'm intrigued to see if anything gets physical. I know The Rock said at a press conference that not everything is coming in the match. But, you know, The Rock's been doing this for a billion years. When a wrestler says one thing, the other thing happens.
Oh, I get it. Classic misdirection.
So maybe Rock drops Cody because of this. Maybe Rock tries to drop Cody and Cody drops him. I don't know. Either way, Cody's saying no. He's not giving a soul to The Rock. It's intriguing because not so much of this is going to be, it's going to at first feel like a giant waste of time. But afterwards, we'll see if anyone else steps up to take The Rock's offer and be his champion. So this segment is going to be whatever, but afterwards is going to be the fun part. We have what I think should main event the show, but we'll see. We have an unsanctioned match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, I think it should main event because these are two Canadian boys and the show's in Toronto. If you don't know what unsanctioned means, it's basically no disqualification, anything goes, but under the storyline guise of, you know, this match could be so brutal and so hatred-filled that the WWE cannot legally sign off on it or be responsible or liable should anything happen that's beyond comprehension in the match. Then this set up because Kevin feels wrong by Sami for not helping him win the title at Royal Rumble. And this feud has been like, since before WWE, they've been brothers, enemies. It's one of those things where you just know two people are destined to fight forever. And that's exactly what they're going to do. I expect this to be brutal, but I don't expect like a car crash, if that makes sense. I expect it to be less hardcore spots, but them having bigger impacts. And then more so telling a story of like them being brothers, of Kevin being angry at him, of them trying to rip each other's heads off. So it's going to be calculated, but what they do as far as hardcore, as far as like this no disqualification thing, is going to be like, as far as a winner, this one was hard to pick. I'll be honest. I'm not sure. Either one could win and it makes sense. I do think we get a KO win, and because that's going to set up Mania better. We might get the return of a certain Viper, Randy Orton. I hope it's not during the match, but it's probably gonna be after the match. Randy Orton comes back, drops Kevin Owens, and as Sammy Loss furthers his thing going with Karrion Kross. So I do think KO wins, and that once that win happens, they kind of split off and do their WrestleMania programs. Going to be a great match though. Take a look at the matches that are the namesake of the PLE, the Elimination Chamber matches. Let's start with the women. We have the participants are Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne, and Bayley. These women are fighting for opportunity to face the WWE Women's World Championship.
That's all, folks.
God, it's always such a mouthful for me. At WrestleMania with the current champion, Rhea Ripley. As you know, Charlotte Flair won a Rumble, chose Tiffany, so those two are going to fight at Mania. Based on it being Rhea, we can go ahead and eliminate some people out of it now. I don't think Roxanne's too early. She's going to show out. I fully believe she's going to do some crazy shit. But we can rule out Roxanne. I don't think Bayley is going to do it, having just been a champion last year at Mania. A Naomi Rhea will be fun. I think it'll be a very underrated feud, but I don't think it's Mania. So really that leaves us with Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss. There's not much there for the Alexa Bliss thing, so besides star power, so I don't think that's going to happen. Now, Bianca Rhea is a Mania match, and a match that I've always thought should be a night 1, night 2 main eventer, because that's their biggest women's match, like Mania match, that hasn't happened yet. We've seen like Charlotte's and Becky's and all that kind of stuff, but we haven't seen a Mania match of their two biggest stars, Bianca Belair and Rhea. Don't think so. Just go look at the cover of last year's WWE 2K24. They're on it. I would love a Bianca Rhea match. My only problem is a match like that is something that it should be teased more throughout the year. Now they did tease it a little bit October, something like that, like somewhere in the fall. That match should be teased more and kind of built up, anticipating and all that stuff. So while I wouldn't hate it, I think the matches that are happening, we kind of all know what matches are happening at WrestleMania this year. It would get overshadowed very quickly. But if you build up to it, if you like kind of tease it throughout the year and like show them getting each other face, WrestleMania 42 at minimum, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley main event the first night, potentially the second night. We'll see. And that leaves us with one that people might hate because we've seen it. Just hear me out. Liv Morgan is going to win Elimination Chamber. That sets up Liv, Rhea, and keep in mind that Rhea has a championship match against Io Sky at the Raw after Elimination Chamber. Expect some shenanigans there, but that's in the future. That's getting towards Mania. Liz winning here, and I think this match has a chance to outshine the men's, simply because it may not be as star-studded as the men's, but it features a bunch of women that have absolutely no problem going the extra distance, doing all the cool spots, especially a Liv Morgan, who has kind of made a name for herself in these chamber matches, just showing up and showing out. Bianca Belair too. All of these women, I feel, have no issue jumping off anything, or none of these women have an issue with like getting some like color, which if you don't know what that means, getting color in wrestling means you start bleeding. This match is going to be better than the men's. I think it's going to be more fun. But yeah, I expect Liv Morgan to win. And for right now, keyword for right now, the Mania match for Rhea Ripley is Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley for the World's Women's title. I also expect, again, Roxanne to show up and show out, and there's going to be some fun spots. It's going to be a great match. Just keep in mind, it's going to be an awesome match. And last but certainly not least, we have the men's Elimination Chamber, and the participants are Logan Paul, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins. Now you can see that this is a very star-studded chamber match, and I'm not gonna say it's bad by any means, but this is a match that screams, especially a lot of these guys are kind of older, less spots but more calculated spots, and I think this match is gonna go a long ways towards shaping a lot of the card at WrestleMania. Whoever Logan's gonna face at WrestleMania gets set up in this match, I believe. I'm also predicting a certain return of a Tribal Chief.
Cinema.
To take out Seth Rollins in this match, and there's going to be Logan's jumping off something. I agree. Seth Rollins probably is going to jump off something. But yeah, let's talk about getting down to nitty gritty. The winner of this faces Cody Rhodes, since Jey Uso, who was the Rumble winner, chose Gunther already. Based off that and Mania, I don't think they're gonna run Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. Or Logan Paul. No offense to them, I just don't. It's not the right time. Damian Priest is like a SummerSlam awesome main event. Logan Paul's not there yet. They could run Drew, although Drew is my out of left field. That it would be weird, but makes sense pick. I don't think they're going to run that, especially the way Drew's been kind of booked recently. It's been kind of losing a bit and then whining, so that works for Drew, just not Mania Drew. So I don't think that's going to happen. Seth Rollins is interesting. I don't think that's going to happen. Again, that feels like a SummerSlam. Plus Seth Rollins intertwined with Roman. So unless Roman just doesn't come back at Chamber, it could. I don't think Seth's winning. Really, that leaves two as far as winning the Chamber. You got John Cena and CM Punk. Both of those winning and facing Cody would be instantly night 2 main event, hook, line, sinker. It is what it is. And this is hard. This is very, very hard. I know picking KO Sammy was hard, but this is hard. Either one makes sense. You have John Cena, who is the franchise, who said him main eventing is best for business. And John Cena, Cody Rhodes main eventing WrestleMania would be obviously historic headliner. But the same is said for CM Punk. His whole thing has been he needs to main it in his soul. He needs to main event at WrestleMania. He needs to be the last name on a marquee. He needs to all that kind of stuff. And he wants to win this badly more than anyone. And CM Punk, Cody Rhodes Mania match has already been teased. They've already done promos. And it's there to do that. I think my monkey wrench in there is something that actually happens earlier in the show, and that's the Rock's Cody Rhodes segment. Again, the 1% chance Cody says yes, and then, it is what it is. But Cody says no. The Rock's don't look for his champion. He's gonna look for his soul. It could realistically be either one of these men. John Cena's been a face since what, 04? Since Dr. Thuganomics days.
All you really get is these nuts up in your face.
And he's been a face lawyer for 2 decades. But him turning just to get that title, that title he wants so badly, that record that he wants so badly, that he put himself in the match just because of John Cena. He might pull some shady stuff to get the win. He might get in that main event. Also, CM Punk, they both want that title so badly that they're both willing to, go a little under the table, little soul selling to get it. So either one. But for me, the X factor in this is that favor from Paul Heyman all the way back at Survivor Series. I think that comes into play after Elimination Chamber because of what happens in this match, and that is John Cena winning the Chamber match. I think John Cena wins. I think it sets up Cena Cody for 17, and it's gonna be great. But bonus future booking, look for Punk to cash in that favor and make this main event a triple threat. But as far as Elimination Chamber is concerned, John Cena's winning. And those are my predictions. All right, thank you for tuning in. Let me know in the comments, do you agree, do you disagree with me? I would love to read them, love to interact with you guys. And on all socials, I am at It's Heartfelt. But for right now, I'm just Heartfelt. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Enjoy Elimination Chamber. All right, peace.